Like a try it out and see how it goes kind of thing, or? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, one of those things you don't think much of. Well, I don't remember the tires on it, but or near it, but I do remember. I mean, I know the tarp. Yeah, just like long rows of like black tarp covering something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, just reuse it. Oh my god. Oh, I guarantee it. Oh yeah. 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 You tired, huh?
Yeah.
Hello, Kelsey. Wait. Well, I suppose you don't necessarily have to with your particular setup you would have going on.
Yeah. Oh, hey Kelsey, how's it going?
It's more. It's. I mean, I say boring. It's not boring to me, but I'm sure it's boring to people who try to watch Unreal tutorial stuff. We're
It
still
can be.
like halfway through. We're gonna start actually doing the coding this time,
Yay. Wait.
quote unquote. And by that I mean drag and drop in a graphic user interface called Blueprints.
Is this a thing we were working on?
The last thing we were doing was we were just kind of learning about nanite.
Oh, okay. That's why I have this up. Okay, cool.
I'm glad you're excited, Kelsey. You might be the only one as far as like viewers go.
Oh, go ahead and cast over
Oh yeah, right.
the thing.
Let's see, no, not Castle tutorial. Stream the YouTube thing. Oh, I should maximize that too. This beginner tutorial.
Oh, I'm doing job shadowing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that next week. I learn Monday the exact location. But it is going to be at I forget the name of it. Depth.
I wouldn't remember either. Whoa, where am I
There's a
tracking
low
going?
technology
Okay.
fertilizer mixing plant. I want to run it because if I want to run a commune in the future, learning how to do low technology stuff.
Right.
That's going to be really beneficial.
I think I keep losing him.
Ooh, what?
Oh, I think you were cutting out. There was a moment too where I thought you were trying to think of the name, but then I realized
Oh,
my avatar wasn't moving, and I think everything just locked up on me for a second there.
oh, okay.
I also realized that the the royalty-free lo-fi playlist I'd been using for all these videos was not royalty-free. Like everything's copyrighted, and it's all like different stuff. So it's not like it's just one
Oh,
person trolling me or something. And the Halloween one that I have up right now, that one actually did not get copyrighted last video. So even when it started playing that like piano music and some other thing, and I was like, oh God. Oh, speaking of, yeah. No, that's not it. This is it. Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess we just started. So, yeah, we went over Nanite, just how that works.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Also, apparently 5.5 got announced, and they're doing even more stuff with lighting and shadows or something. I don't know. I only listened for like 3 minutes, and then I realized this made no sense when I was just listening at work, and I couldn't actually look at it without getting yelled at. So I was like, why am I? Yeah, I'll just watch this later. But yeah, I don't know. I guess 5.5's around the corner.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So blueprints.
Nice. Now it's time to start programming in UE5. And in case you forgot, Unreal Engine is a video game engine. So of course programming is going to be a pretty big part of it. But Unreal Engine handles programming a little bit differently compared to other video game engines. Instead of having lines of code we write to tell the engine what to do, we instead have blocks of nodes. And we connect these nodes to each other to create logic. These nodes in Unreal Engine are called blueprints, and blueprints is Unreal's visual scripting language. Now, in my opinion, blueprints are a lot easier and a lot faster than traditional ways of coding, like in Unreal Engine, where we would have to type everything out using C++. Even if you don't plan on programming anything, I still highly recommend that you learn blueprints, because blueprints is literally everywhere inside the engine. It's what we use to connect the different parts of the engine to each other. So it's...
I hope there's still like a way to just kind of see what's going on under the hood though, because I still want to like understand what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I think I've said this before, that like even if I'm using blueprints, like as nice as it is, it can't do everything, and I still want to like understand what's going on and how I can fix any issues I might come across. You know?
Wow.
Me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Well,
but
I've got a feeling like blueprints are for a lot of people, and if you want to get in depth, you could code, but I'm very interested to see where they take this technology.
my understanding is that like it's good for the easier stuff, like kind of getting the building blocks going, but like if you want to like have complex AI that you are for the enemies and stuff, you are going to have to do that yourself. It's not really good at that. That's what I heard.
Okay. Now, the benefit is that there's plenty of different code libraries that you can import.
Oh, that's
for
true.
that.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm okay with just like grabbing stuff and putting it in there, because you can still look at it and see what they did.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my friends recommended that too for, well, the glitch who sometimes is in here. He said what he does. That's like what he did for like learning Blender, was like just ripping models. Apparently you can just go on DeviantArt and people just literally put FBX, or like they'll put like whole Blender projects of like characters and stuff they ripped from games, and you can just download it and then you just look at their project and look at the bones and everything, and like see how, you know, the developers made it.
Yeah, somewhere in my bookmarks I have a bookmark website that also hosts a bunch of video game 3D assets.
Yeah, he had one. Oh man, he had one, and he showed me yesterday too, but it was like mostly Nintendo stuff, because I guess it's just a bunch of Nintendo drones on there.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll try and find that link and send it to you.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, okay. I'd appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to keep playing.
It's an essential skill to know if you do want to learn Unreal Engine. And with all that being said, let's learn blueprints by creating our first video game in UE5. To begin, before we do anything, let's duplicate the current level we have open and create our game within our new duplicated level. So, if we come up to the top left hand corner, we can see the name of our level, which is called Landscape Example. If you remember, we created it within My Stuff and Maps. So since Landscape Example and Landscape Example up there have the same exact name, that means that this level is the level we currently have opened. So I'm going to select that level and press Ctrl and D at the same time to duplicate. Now it's going to ask for a new name. I'm going to call this one Game Map. Now we can rename any assets within the content drawer by right.
I guess Lance will just do that.
This is an untitled level. What
Yours?
the fuck?
Oh, did you open up
Guess
landscape example?
It's just untitled.
I guess title it. Is that after you? Or what did you duplicate it?
Oh, it was already open. Where did you say?
Where did he say again? My Stuff. Maps. Yeah, it just goes into Maps. Click on the one that, landscape example is what he called it.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that's what you called it too. That's what I called it. So you Shift
yeah.
D, I think he said. No,
Okay, there it is. All right.
No, I guess he didn't because it didn't duplicate. What did you say 2 seconds ago? Oh, I'll just right click it. Right click and duplicate. Control D. Okay. And then name this one Game Map. No space. Capitalized G and M.
Camel casing.
Yeah. I didn't know that's what they called that. Okay.
Game map. Save. Sure. Whatever.
I guess save it. Okay.
I have a game map.
I do too.
Clicking and going to rename. Also, the shortcut is FN2, but I like the current name, so I'm not going to do that. Now I'm going to double click and save selected to open up our new level. And here we have the map we will be editing to create our very first game. So to play a game in Unreal Engine, click the play button up here in the toolbar. So pressing it, we'll start playing our game, but we can't control our game right now since I need to click into the viewport, and now I get full control over the game.
And I'm zooming.
Did it buffer? I think it's buffering.
So I can press the escape key to stop playing my game. So to play a game.
Oh, it did. It did buffer. Shoot.
Game, click the play icon, and to control the game, click into the viewport. We don't have our mouse anymore, and that's because to stop playing, you need to click on the escape key. So you probably noticed that our controls for our game were pretty basic, since it's just a W.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
ASD keys, just like the viewport controls. And that's because we don't have any characters or...
It is struggling to keep up. I don't know why.
We haven't done anything other than open the level.
Well, I mean, we're talking internet connection, I think, probably. I don't know. Just don't know if it's busy or... I think it's just, I don't know. We eat up so much data doing this. So, I mean, I'm not that surprised.
Gameplay elements set up yet. So, in order to set up a gameplay element, we first need access to the world settings. Right now we don't have any world settings tab. As a reminder, to get the world settings window, come up to Windows and select world settings.
I did have world settings. That's weird. Did you? I already had it there. I don't know why he had to bring it up. I'm in game map. It's not the other level.
World settings. Oh, there's world settings. Okay.
Anyway,
so now
whatever.
we're gonna get a brand new window right here.
Well, I want to see how he did it.
Come up to Windows and select world settings.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
now we're
easy.
gonna get a brand new window right here, which we can switch in between details and world settings. So right here we have game mode override. This is where we set exactly what game we want to play. And at the drop down, we should have BP_ third person game mode. Now, if you don't have BP_ third person game mode, that's because you didn't add the third person content yet which is the content that includes this character right here. So if you want to get our character and our game mode, press Control Space, go to Add, and Add Feature or Content Pack, and select third person. Then
I've got that.
I'm just looking to see if everything else on my end is running perfectly fine. It's just the
click on Add to
stupid
Project.
buffering.
Now I've already done that, which is why I get BP.
I wish you could just like, well, I guess I could have probably downloaded it or something.
Can you reduce the playback quality?
That's true, I could do that. You know what? I should have just I should have just cough downloaded this. I don't know why I've never thought of that before.
Oh, speaking of cough.
Okay. Yeah, I bet you that'll work way better now that you mention it.
Okay.
I can't believe I literally forgot that it has like, I'm so used to just best one, like.
Yeah, I know,
third person
right?
game mode, which is located under one of the files that were created when I added in the third person content under third person and blueprints. So it's this one right here. Alternatively, instead of selecting it from the drop down, I can also hold down the left mouse button and drag it onto it and let go. So now if I press play, we see that we get a third person character. I can use the WASD keys to move around, space to jump, and the mouse to rotate my camera around my character.
All right, another question. I totally missed
As a reminder,
where he found that.
You found it? Well, yeah, in the content drawer. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't notice it. Well, there's one that says third person under maps. I think that might be it. Blueprints. Yeah, that's where you found it. It's like under my stuff already, or I think. And then you click third person and then blueprints, and it's that thing on the right with the controller in the screen.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Third person blueprints. You said third person. Oh, BP third.
Yeah. Third person, and then the blueprints folder, and then you've got the character on the left and the game mode on the right.
Okay, let me get to the spot that I want.
So yeah, if you don't have it in that game mode override drop-down menu, you can drag and drop it to there. You should have it though. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
I just dropped my my little dude
Okay.
robot lady.
Look at all the stuff I can do. I can run around. I can jump. This was all me. It was all me. I did this. Okay. I can't play again.
I can press the escape key to get out. Alternatively, as a shortcut, instead of coming up to my toolbar and pressing the play button, I can press Alt and P to automatically play my game. So that's Alt and P to start playing my game without having to come up to the toolbar. And also notice how when I do click into my viewport,
What the fuck?
I no longer get access.
Spawned a second player character.
Well, it doesn't do the one that happened in his video too. The one that we put in there, that's not the character. It just drops one in.
Huh. Well, cool. All right then.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll change that at some point. Or, well, I don't know, we'll see.
To the mouse cursor. If I ever want to get back the mouse cursor while playing my game, I can press Shift and F1 at the same time. So that's Shift F1 to bring back my mouse cursor. And instead of pressing the escape key, I could come up to the stop button and press that right there to escape my game. So let's open up our first blueprint. And specifically, the blueprint we're going to open up is the character blueprint we're right now controlling. So you can find the character blueprint by coming into third person and selecting blueprints. So it's right next to BP underscore third person game mode. It's BP underscore third person character. So double click on it to open up our first blueprint. Now,
okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Right.
It's right there.
Ooh, okay. Let me pop this in here.
Yeah, you're right. I should do that too.
I guess I don't need the Nordic beach rocks anymore.
No.
Right.
Which, by the way, I was gonna say that too. I heard that they were getting rid of Quixel Bridge. Not that it really matters to us, because it's like the only things we downloaded were the couple of free assets for this tutorial. But
Wow,
that's just a thing.
I hope they're replacing it, not
see,
like
and that's what
full-
I think. I I have to check that, because I did hear them mention Quixel Megascans in that 5.5 tutorial, and I'm like, why would they talk about that if they're getting rid of it? So I think it's just they're getting rid of Quixel Bridge, and they have a different method of, I guess vending, delivering these assets. So
Okay,
yeah,
well,
they were still warning people to download your assets if you bought some. Like, obviously we didn't. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Oh my god, how do you do this again? Why do I keep? Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta. It's the U, right? No, it's not the U. How do you do this again?
Double click. Just double click.
Just double click it. Oh wait, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. All right. What's next, Mr. Tutorial Man?
Now we're currently on the event graph. Don't worry, we're going to go over what the event graph does in just a bit, but to see all the objects that make up our blueprint, select the viewport. Now, the objects that make up a blueprint are called components, and I can select a component just like on the level editor. Also, just like the level editor, we have the same exact controls. So I hold down the right mouse button to look around and move, and I can select any of the objects, press the F key to focus on it, hold down the Alt and left mouse button to rotate, and Alt and right.
There's
Okay.
viewport. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I see that, the camera there is like the actual camera for viewing the game. You know, if it was the third person, one would be in their head, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Or first person.
What did I say? I meant first person, whatever I said.
Right mouse button to zoom in and out. So this is basically just like our level editor, but for our blueprints. Also, we have the equivalent of a world outliner. So on the top left hand corner is the components tab, which contains all the components inside of our blueprints. Just like an object in our world, I can select a component and change its properties in the details panel. For example, right now we're using SKM_Quinn as our skeletal mesh, which is the female mesh. If I want to change it, I can select SKM_Quinn and then select SKM_Manny to change it to the male one. So now if I play my game, we can see that we have...
I've still been struggling to figure out the difference between a mesh and an object, because I thought they were used interchangeably.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Apparently a mesh, if I understand correctly, a mesh basically is like part of an object, like it's...
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That like just clicked to me today, because I've been struggling with this like this entire time that we've been like doing these tutorials. And it just finally clicked today when I was like, because I was like looking into what I got to do for like a VR chat avatar model, because they talk about, it's all limitations, so many limitations if you want to like not be considered very poor quality, quote unquote. And they talked about like static meshes and then skinned meshes, and then I had to look up the difference between those two. And it's like, I was just thinking about that at work today, and I was like, oh my god, wait, hold up, is that... It's just, I don't know, it just like all clicked.
There you go.
But apparently, they're, like, different programs will, like, use those names differently, too, so it's like, that adds another layer of confusion. I don't know, but yeah.
I haven't...
You haven't
I haven't
noticed
really seen or noticed that, but I would not be surprised. How did he get into the level? Did he just press play, or?
Oh, you're right. How did he do that? He probably
how
just...
did he change?
Let's go back.
So now, Quinn, and then select SKM_Manny.
Oh yeah, he was showing us how
I
to...
can select SKM_Quinn, and then
on the right.
SKM.
Yeah, it's on the right. The skeletal mesh asset. So he picked simple, right?
For Manny to change it to the male one. So now for Quinn, and then select SKM.
No, he just picked Manny because there's simple. Well, it's currently Quinn simple, so I guess change it to Manny simple.
Somehow I ended up underneath my level.
Instructions unclear. Am now underground.
Yeah.
Manny Bobani.
Just lift him up a little bit.
_Manny to change it to the male one. So now if I play my game, we can see that we have a different
Manny.
body. So now let's jump into the event.
Okay. Jump into
So the event graph contains all the nodes and blueprints which makes up the programming or logic behind our third-person character.
It's still buffering, but it's finishing much more quickly now, so I guess that's livable.
Oh god, my camera's way below.
I am totally gonna just download this for next time. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I gotta start just doing that, and then that's one less thing we have to like use up internet data on.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up a shortcut real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot how to do it. It's just resetting your position. Reset camera position. I thought there was like a.
Isn't it in the menu? The help I'm stuck button.
Help a menu.
I'm being an ass.
Oh.
It's like when you're stuck in your character's stuck in an MMO.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't need to reset the camera for assets. I need to viewport camera. That's it. Doesn't act. What? Press F. That can't be right.
F's in the chat.
That's not right. Yeah. I know it's a keyboard shortcut.
I'm sure.
Hold on.
I'm sure there is.
God damn it. Copy, cut, paste, delete, undo, read. Yeah. Move, find, browse, play, save, move, pin, level editing, camera. Okay. Really? Okay, well that list was fucking useless. Shortcut for resetting camera rotation? No. Viewport. Alt H. Let's try Alt H. There. Okay, sort of.
I'm standing here just on this textureless ground, and now I'm just imagining what kind of game would have a checkered desert in it. The checkered desert. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You keep doing what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Crap.
You keep being confused. Don't mind me.
Oh god. I switched to. What the fuck?
Can you just stop and play it again? I should. I should look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta bring up Twitch then. Oh, that's work.
Wireframe. No, it's lit.
All right. New window. As soon as I remember how to do a new window. Oh, right click on
my WAS. What the fuck is going on with Unreal?
Is it just you think it's just bugging out on you in general?
Front perspective. Okay.
Stop. Don't do that.
I've got my perspective.
By the way, it says you're playing FF6.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
By the way, it says you're playing FF6. Oh my god. Oh my god. Feedback loop. Oh my. I can mute you. Feedback loop. I muted you in Twitch for the record.
Okay.
We're having trouble finding that site?
I'm having trouble finding out how to return my camera to the fucking center of the world.
Yeah. Oh, the camera's the issue, not even the character.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing the game.
Oh, you're right. You're not even playing the game. Well, yeah. What the heck? You shouldn't even be having issues.
Like I played the game. My character fell beneath the map. I reset my character, but my camera is way beneath the map.
I don't want to tell you. You might have to just restart, but
I might have to restart. Let me quick change from FF6 to art. Art there. Okay.
Perspective? Did you click that one? I'm sure you clicked that one.
Yeah, I mean, I went to like a front perspective, and then like now my WASD doesn't really work. And
Are you
like
holding
this,
right click? Dumb
yep,
question. Okay.
that's
Oh yeah, it's zooming in and out. Yeah. Oh, there it
I'm just
is. There it's
I,
moving.
I'm just moving it manually now. Like,
Oh, okay.
there. Okay. What the fuck, Unreal?
It's all okay in the end, turns out.
I survived. Yay. Saving. Okay.
Oh, I don't care about Until Dawn remake.
We can keep
Commercial
going.
came up.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to the thing. Now that you're good to go. Oh, I should quit out of that.
Character. Now, if you don't see an event graph, for example, if it's closed, then you could come into my blueprints and double click on event graph to bring it back. Also, we can move.
Oh shoot, I spaced out. What is he talking
any of
about?
my blue. Now, if
I
we jump
don't
into,
know.
Let's go back. Okay.
we can see that we have a different body.
This is where we left off.
So now let's jump into the event graph. So the event graph contains all the nodes and blueprints, which makes up the programming or logic behind our third.
It makes our character do things. So event.
There's a tiny.
Oh, there it
tiny
is.
little-
There it is. I see it. Event graph. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It took me a second.
yeah. Because it was like that's where it started.
Really bad at explaining things.
Super teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Third-person character. Now, if you don't see an event graph, for example, if it's closed, then you could come into my blueprints and double-click on event graph to bring it back. Also, we can move any of the windows, just like in the level editor, and change things to our liking. Now, if you mess up the user interface to the point of no return, then come up to Window, Load Layout, and Default Editor Layout to reset the windows to what Unreal has by default. We get an extra window under our event graph called Compiler Results. I don't need this, so I could click on the X icon, or
I think he dragged the viewport so that you could. Yeah, you could. Because that's how you put that down there. I don't know. I might just leave that where it is.
Wait. Viewport drag here.
If you wanted it, like, if you wanted to look at the viewport and the event graph at the same time, you could just drag it. That's if you so choose.
Okay.
It's an option. All right.
or as a shortcut, hover over the tab and press the middle mouse button to close it.
Oh, I didn't even have that open whenever you.
So look at the shortcut, hover results. I don't need by default, and default editor layout to reset the windows
just
to
when
what
you
Unreal
reset
has
it,
by default.
that came up.
We get an extra window under our event graph called compiler results. I don't need this, so I could click on the X icon, or as a shortcut, hover over the tab and press the middle mouse button to close it. So let's go over exactly what some of these blueprints do right here. So if I zoom in, for example, on the jump input, we can see exactly the logic that's behind jumping. So the logic is pretty simple. We have an event, which is essentially, at least in this case, functions as a keyboard.
Wait, his looks different than mine. It says more stuff. I wonder if this was changed in an update.
It must have been.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I've got.
We'll still get the gist.
Yeah.
Or press. So input action is jump. Right now it's set to the spacebar. So when I press the spacebar, our character jumps, and when I release the spacebar, our character stops jumping. And we can see this in action by clicking on the play button and pressing space. Now notice that I did spawn all the way over here, and that's because we don't have a player start within our world. So to add a player start, come up to the add button, go down to basics, and drag in a player start. So here.
Okay. I guess I'll do that.
Go up to what?
Go up to the plus thing and you quickly add to the project.
Quickly add to the.
Oh, where was it now?
I don't.
Oh,
well,
basic.
I've got the
Oh,
plus basic
yeah.
character.
And then player start. And then just pick a spot.
Ah. Okay.
All right. Is that? Yeah, and that's gonna start on the board too. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, that's easy.
Sweet.
We have a new object in our world, if I press play, our player starts from this location and also points in the direction of the arrow. So if I rotate this, for example, it's facing the rock.
Oh, you just watch how it
and
is.
Press play.
Oh yeah, just rotate like anything else. Yeah, okay.
Now our player starts and spawns right there, pointing at these rocks. So if I jump back into BP_third person character and play our game, we start from this location. Now,
oh, you can play from here. I didn't even know that. Oh, and it's playing right now.
Oh yeah, yep. You won't be able to. You can set all the graphics and everything to like be maximum for that. I wouldn't recommend that while you're test playing, but that's another discussion for another time.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair though. Eating up too many resources.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to press Shift and F1 at the exact same time to get back my mouse cursor, and I'm going to move the window to the top right hand corner so we can see exactly what is happening. So if I press space, we don't see visually what is happening within our event graph. So to see the blueprints running in real time, I can come up to no debug object selected and then select BP_third person character spawned.
Oh.
Now, if I zoom out on my event graph, notice how some of the wires turn from white to orange. These orange wires tell us that these nodes are currently being...
signifying that things are currently happening when your game is running.
What did he do to get that?
Oh, you're right. I can't pick that. I went to where he... Well, actually, I'm not playing. Okay. Oh, you got to be playing the game. And then you can go, like, right next to the play stuff. There's, like, that drop-down menu that says no debug object selected. You select the only other option when it's playing. And then where did my game go?
Where do I find that? No debug option? Where's that?
It's right next to the play, the stop, the pause buttons, on the top.
Okay, there's a drop down with no debug object selected. Okay. I've got that selected.
Do you have the game running?
Yes.
Then you should be able to see the only other option besides no object selected.
There was no debug object selected, third person character, and third person character.
Third person character 0 spawned. Click that.
Okay, I've got that selected.
Now when you... Oh, you're right. Actually, no. Mine's not doing anything.
So how did he get his window to stay?
Yeah, okay, I'll go back.
Turn from white to orange. Come out on my event graph. Notice how some of the pictures come up to node within our event graph. So to see the blueprint space, right hand corner, so we can see exactly what is happening. So if I press space, we don't see visually what is happening within our event graph. So to see the blueprints running in real time, I can come up to no debug object selected, and then select BP_third person character spawned. Now, if I zoom out on my event graph, notice how some of the wires turn from white to orange.
So mine said 0, though, and also nothing's happening. Here.
Try moving around.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stuff was still moving when he was not even playing the game. But you're right. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, you gotta be in the game, too. It has to be running, and you have to actively be in that window. That's... okay. Yeah, now stuff's happening. So Shift F1 to back out without actually quitting the game.
If F1. That gives you your mouse.
Yeah. Which is...
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant by that. Okay, yeah. And then you can see what happens with the jump, too. Alright, I'm going to see what he says next.
Okay.
These orange wires tell us that these nodes are currently being activated. If I zoom back into input action jump, and let's get back our character. If I press the space bar, we can see that I jump, and then when I let go, we stop jumping. So jump and stop jumping. So this is a great way to debug and watch.
What's up?
He moved his window. Is his window just floating? His game window?
Yeah, it is. Mine is too.
Okay. All right, jump.
Did you notice?
What?
Did you notice the jump input changing on
You mean
yours
the
in
orange?
your game? You know, I thought you were testing to make sure stuff was happening on your game.
You mean when the lines go orange?
Yeah.
Yep, that's working for me.
Okay. Looks like it better be.
Yeah.
Our logic running in real time, which is amazing, and it really speeds up the process of programming in Unreal. So let's create our first sequence of nodes.
Yeah, I was saying I want to know what's going on behind the hood, or under the hood, but like, I still appreciate this. Like, this is still gonna speed everything up. Like, at least all the tedious stuff. Well, okay, I mean, AI is gonna be tedious, but yeah, you know what I mean. The stuff that you'd be doing over and over again, no matter how many games you do.
Yes, exactly, and that's why those code libraries existed. And then in Unity. When I was learning Unity, like, the base game engine has some AI stuff in there, but then, like, that's back when you had to code. But like, it should be within the game engine, so it shouldn't be that difficult to make AI now.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably gets easier every year.
Yeah.
We're gonna add in new functionality. Specifically, I want to add in the ability where when I press the F key, our character drops and it ragdolls. So we no longer have control over our mesh. Instead, we let the physics take control and watch his body fall over, similar to GTA or other games. So to do so, we first need to add in an event. Specifically,
insurance
to add
fraud
in any node to our
minigame.
graph, right-click, and we're able to type in the name of the node or manually scroll to that node's location right here. But obviously, there are a lot of nodes.
It said can't create node in read-only game. Do we have to quit?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, probably. That makes sense.
Okay, now it's working. Okay, yeah, that's what we had to do.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Alright, what are we looking for?
Oh, I guess I didn't let him say.
Since we're able to program an entire game through blueprints, so something I like to do is type in the name. I'm going to type in keyboard because it's under keyboard events, and F since it's the F key, and select it.
Okay.
Select. Okay. F. Pressed.
Now we get a new event that will be fired whenever I press the F key. To double check that this event is working, I'm going to add in another node by right-clicking and typing in print string. So to hook up two nodes and connect them to each other, hover over the output, hold down the left mouse button, drag into the input, and let go to connect them up. To break.
I am glad that, like, now that we learned what nodes even are in one thing, it's like nodes are just used in other software too, game development software. So it's like, it's like once we got over that learning curve, now it's like, well, now we know what nodes are in like multiple pieces of software. What did you say? Print string.
Yep. This one's interesting. He's going over log messages, which is really nice and really... Oh, hey, Josh Woods, how's it going? I didn't see you there. Hold on. Let me pull up... I forgot to load Chatty. That will give me a little tone to remind me. But yeah, hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it looks like it's really good for logging messages.
Yeah.
Print string is printing to screen and printing to log currently. So like every time you press the F key, you're going to print whatever you have typed in there. I think by default it's just hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is cool. I like this.
I wonder what he's going to tell us to put in there.
Hold down the Alt key and left mouse button in either the output or the input. So the controls are very similar to our material graph. And now within print string, we see that the string is going to be hello. Instead, I want to say event was fired, exclamation points. And we can get more options for this node by clicking on the drop down at the bottom of the node. And for text color, instead of blue, make this orange. So now, if I press the play button, click into my window to start playing my game. When I press the F key, the event is fired and print screen is activated. So when I press F, then we get text onto my screen that says event was fired, which is what we just programmed. So I'm going to escape my game and delete print screen, since that was just an
I might as well. No, I'm sure it works.
example that I want to show, which proves that my event right now is working. So whenever I press the event key, all the nodes that are connected to press will be activated. So specifically, I want a new node. Now, I could right click and type in the name of the node, which is set collision enabled mesh, and then hook it up like that. Or as a shortcut, I'm going to delete those and drag from pressed, let go, and it will automatically bring up my nodes. Now I can type in set collision enabled, select mesh, and they will automatically be connected.
Okay.
That's another way to bring in nodes. And notice how this is two nodes. We have set collision enabled,
I did
and
notice
for
that.
target we have mesh.
Wait a
Mesh
minute,
is a
wait a minute,
reference
wait.
to the mesh.
How did you get that in that automatic? Wait, what happened to his print string?
Oh, he got rid of it because he was just proving a point that when he pressed F, it worked. So then he got rid of it because
All right.
he was just illustrating a point. But I still went through the motion.
All right, so he did a thing where if you create a node, you can have it connect automatically. How did he do
yeah,
that?
he just dragged this out with a left click and then let go, and then it automatically. Here, I'll just do it. Like when oh shoot, there's the mesh. Like when
Wait,
you click
wait.
on
Okay.
you click on pressed, you drag out the line. You let go. See how it says place a new node? A tooltip says place a new node. When I let go, it's going to tell me to look it up again.
Pressed, select pressed, right click. What?
No, you left click it.
You said right click.
Well, there are two ways to do this.
Okay, and nothing is happening when I left click.
Well, you
Like
hold
drag.
it. You hold it and you drag it out.
Hold, drag, okay.
You see the line coming
And
out?
then- oh.
yep.
Ah.
Which is
fuck.
actually pretty
Okay.
nice because that saves you a few steps every time you got to make a new node.
Yes,
like
it
tree.
does. What are we looking for again?
Set
Set
collision enabled. No wait.
And the mesh.
Yeah, mesh.
Okay.
Set
Set
collision.
enabled.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Set collision enabled mesh.
Okay. I've got it. Thank you very much.
Yep. I also noticed it automatically highlights both of them when you try and move it. If you want to just move that mesh thing down like I did, you just click on mesh and then only
Okay.
that's highlighted.
Gotcha.
Component of our blueprint. So it's specifically referencing our character right there. Jump back into Event Graph, and if it's for some reason not hooked up by default, then I can drag mesh from the components window into my Event Graph, let go, and plug it up like that. But
Just
I'm real
one, two.
smart enough to know that if we do want to set collision enabled, we probably want to do it to the skeletal mesh right here. Now,
Okay.
for new type, instead of no collision, select collision enabled query and physics. Don't worry exactly what this node does. I'm going to show what it does in just a moment. Now I want to connect another node from set collision enabled, which is set simulate physics, and specifically choose mesh, which will
And
automatically
physics.
connect our mesh to this new node. Make sure set
I
simulate
don't-
physics is turned on.
Wait, I don't have query and physics. Am I missing a step?
Under the drop down menu?
Yeah. Set collision enabled. Target is primitive component. What?
Yeah, no, okay. Wait. Set. Oh, this is a. No?
Collision enabled query in physics. It's under like there's target and there's new type, like just words, just new type has the drop down
Yeah.
menu under it.
Yeah.
You open up that menu and it's like the fourth one down.
Collision. How did I? Missed that. What the? I guess I'm just more tired than I thought I was. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. If you're too tired, just let me know if you're like at a point where you're like, bro, this is just not working out.
All right.
Just let me know.
I will.
Okay.
Not to worry.
All right.
Drag from here again and go set physics blend weight, and then select mesh.
Oh wait.
Oh, I
need to
didn't
go
do
to
that.
set
Oh, yeah.
Physics. Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright, set
Yeah. I'll let you
the
do that.
fuck- My level set. Simulate physics standard. I'm assuming.
Looks standard.
Oh yeah. He clicked on
Oh, with
simulate.
mesh. Right.
Why does he have mesh connected to set simulate physics?
It just automatically does it. Cause did you click physics with like mesh in parentheses?
No, I did not. There
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. And then the next one was what?
It was weight. Set physics blend weight.
Set physics blend weight. Okay.
And then make sure it's the mesh, which I guess they're all mesh. Never mind. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, there's my physics blend weight. All right.
All right. Now I'm gonna see what he does next.
And for the blend weight, change it from 0 to 1.
Of course.
So as you can probably guess, these 3 nodes will essentially ragdoll our character. Pressing play again, I can run around my world, and then as soon as I press the F key, our character ragdolls
Yeah, he does.
and the physics take control.
Oh, it keeps going
So
now.
let's do that again. I can run around,
I'm sure
jump,
he'll.
and press the F key to ragdoll.
Oh, I
We can
lost.
better organize our graph because notice that the target for all 3 of my nodes is mesh. So we don't have to drag from an individual reference to mesh. We only need one reference to mesh.
That's fair.
So I'm going to select
That's
these
kind of what I
2,
was wondering.
delete them, and drag out mesh into set simulate
Oh, okay.
physics, and drag from the same one to set physics blend weight. I can also better organize my graph by hovering over any wires and double clicking to add in a reroute node. So simply hover over a wire,
Oh.
double click to bring in a reroute node, which doesn't change any of the logic. It just helps better organize our graph.
Okay.
And hold down Alt, so I'm going to break this connection, and then drag from the reroute node into set physics blend weight, hover over the wire, double click, and bring that down like that to just better organize
Wait, what did he do 2 seconds ago?
my graph.
He like
And
deleted a
Alt
thing and then.
It just helps better organize our graph. And hold down
You just
Alt,
click it
so I'm
and
going to
delete.
break this connection
Oh,
drag
okay. I
from the
get. I
reroute
see what he
node
did. Okay.
into set physics blend weight.
Okay.
Hover over the wire, double click, and bring that down.
Okay. Yeah, I should do that. Except I'm gonna do. Oh, how did he break it? Oh no! Don't open up Visual Studio. Oh no! Oh shit! No, I'm not signing
Oh.
in.
Alt
Exit.
click.
Exit.
to break.
Alt click. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So then move this,
then-
or
oh,
double
he's
click
got-
this like right here. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I guess do that then, and then move. No, don't. Right click? Do you right click? How do you hit G? No. How do you how do you move it?
Sure.
Oh wait, I
Mm,
saw it. I saw it.
move
I see it. Okay. It's
Okay.
working. I just needed the icon prompt. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I actually like how neat that is.
Yeah, I do too.
It's like cleaning my room.
Down like that to just better organize my graph. Now I can watch all 3 of them be enabled by clicking the play button, and let me go make my window just a little bit smaller. Make sure that BP underscore third person character is selected as the debug option, and when I press F we can see all 3 of those nodes are activated, and it gives us this ragdoll effect. Okay, so let's create a little obstacle course for our character. Jump back in the game map, and I want to create an elevated area where the obstacle course will be. So press Shift and 2 to go to landscape
The
mode.
ragdoll
Have
course.
sculpt selected, and it's not that intense. So bring tool strength up to 1, And I'm going to keep sculpting until I find a height that I like. For example, right here is pretty good. Go into the flatten brush, then hover over the exact height that you want. Hold down the left mouse button to flatten that. So now I can create a little obstacle course area right here like that. And
Save already.
I think
God
the
damn it.
edges are too sharp. So I can also go into smooth, bring down the tool strength, and slightly smooth out the area. So maybe even a little bit less strong. Just so that we don't get any artifacts from those sharp angles.
Smooth flat
And
there.
I could select my player start and drag it all the way up here, or I can delete it and let's add in a brand new one. Come up to add, basics, player start, drag it in, and make sure it's pointing in the X direction. So now if I press play, our player starts right here, and they're gonna have to navigate some obstacles until they get to the very end, and they win the game. So this is gonna be the quickest and worst game made in history. So
Okay, I'm gonna do all that.
I think I got it. All right, I made a flat thing on a hill.
I did not
What else?
yet. He just made it, and then he put the player start up there, so that your player starts up on
Ah,
that plateau.
where did that player start? I don't know.
Oh my god, I have to remember how to landscape.
Oh, it's there already. Okay.
Sculpt. Oh, I think that's way too wide. Gonna zoom out here. Oh wow. The Q and the E when you're trying to move. Oh no, I did something. It's super slow now. Why is it so slow? It's like a snail's pace now. I don't know what I did. Shoot. What button did I hit? I changed the speed somehow. Oh shoot.
The speed of the camera.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
when you're holding right. Click.
I don't know. Kill it and come back.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Oh, I should say it though. Well, should I save it? Because then it's... Oh, that's a conundrum. I don't know how far back it's... It says loading Visual Studio too. We should stop doing that. I don't like that. It's not going away. It actually is loading Visual Studio. Stop. Okay. You sure? Yes, exit. Yes, exit. It opened up like 3 different instances, I think. Okay. 2 unsaved. Yeah, I don't want to... Yeah, okay, whatever. If it doesn't... Let's just open this up again. Yes. Let's see. Looks like it's better again. Yeah, I think it's fine now.
Okay.
Alright, it's loaded up. Sweet. So now I'm gonna... Now I make my big old platform. Oh, flatten. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I suppose once you start once you make just a little hill that's like tall enough, then you can switch to flatten, and then it... Oh shoot, unless you do that. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, a hill over here from last time, I guess.
Your what?
I had a hill over here that I flattened the top off from last time.
And then smooth.
Oh, smooth. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, except it didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Oh.
Oh, you know, it's probably too extreme. That's probably why. Brush fall off. I probably want to reduce that. No, I want to bring that up. You're right. No, I don't. It's the exact opposite of what I thought. Maybe just one. What about... No.
A little bit
What
there.
am I doing wrong?
Is your tool strength too high?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm gonna like 0.1.
You're 0.1?
Yeah, for tool strength.
Not for fall off?
For fall off.
I'm doing the smooth one.
Mine is 0.5 for brush fall off. But I think that's like the fall off of the effect as you get to the edge. So it's between the first and second circle.
It's not strength. It's something else. Brush. Well, maybe if I had a smaller brush size. What the heck is what? I'm gonna look at what.
So let's create some obstacle. Then brand new one all the way up here. And from those sharp angles.
And just smooth out the sharp angles. Okay.
His brush size is 591. Okay. I think that 581 close enough. And yeah, brush fall off is 0.5 like you said, and
my brush size is 156.
His tool strength is 0.104. Mine is bigger.
Okay. Yeah, mine's at exactly 0.115 too. I just said 0.1.
I think I just don't get how the smoothing works. Why was he able to... I mean, my edges aren't even as sharp as his, but I should learn how to do this anyway.
Yeah. That's a lot of smoothing. Yeah, try reducing your tool strength even further to like 0.05.
Yeah.
Ugh.
0.01?
What?
There. Oh God! Finally, it looks. It's still like.
Oh.
I guess I could reduce the size at this point.
Let's check out the brush fall off.
His fall off is 0.5. What else am I doing wrong?
Let's see. We've got smooth fall off, sharp linear fall off, spherical fall off, tip fall off.
All of my settings are like his. The only thing I have that he doesn't is edit layers. But that's probably a difference in versions. I've got a feeling.
Oh, that hill of his is massive.
You think maybe that's it? I just don't have a big enough hill?
Yeah.
Might as well try it. It's worth a
Reduce
shot.
your brush size.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Oh yeah. Reduce your brush size. Yo, that's huge. Yeah. Do like a third of that.
This is for sculpting. We'll see. I'm gonna see. It. Oh no, it's still like that big. Okay. I mean, that's what his was. I don't know. I don't know. That's what his was. Here, and then flatten. Oh, whoops. Oh well, whatever.
That's cool. No.
Yeah. Now we're gonna make it. Well, we gotta make it a whole platform thing.
There you go.
Oh, and I made everything slow. It was going faster before. Well, like that's okay.
Gives
No,
you
it's-
more control.
Yeah. Actually, I lied. I mean, it does give me more control, but
And then how's the smoothing?
it's a good question. Oh, smoothing. Oh yeah, I'll get to that. All right. This is actually making me understand at least how flatten works a bit. It's like basically once you pick your point, and once you hold left click, everything you move is gonna assume you want it right there. So like literally, I guarantee literally if I do this and then I go over to this one way down here, it's gonna yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad they did it that way actually. Okay. Now for smoothing. My arch nemesis. I think I need to just learn exactly how smoothing works in Unreal. You know what I mean? Like the nuance of what it's
Yeah,
actually
what-
doing.
What is smooth?
Like,
Does it mean?
what do I need to do to make it do? It's like with the flatten. Like once I learned how flatten worked, it was like, okay, now I can use this tool exactly
Yeah.
how I need to. I need to do the same thing with flatten, or I just keep clicking, just taking it easy. It doesn't need to be like any kind of perfect. Just make sure it's not so sharp that.
Yeah, exactly. It looks a little more natural.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's good enough.
That looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit play.
Goals. And I could select my player start
Oh yeah, that's right.
and drag it
the starting
all
point.
the way up here, or I can delete it and let's add in a brand new one. Come up to
Let's delete again.
I had already moved mine.
I guess either way is a refresher. Yeah, I can't just delete it. That's kind of weird. Whatever. I'll just move it. I can look it up
That
later.
is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they just want to make sure you didn't accidentally delete something, even though there's an undo button, so. I don't know. Oh, where are you going? Oh my god, did I make you just, like, totally transcend? Oh, god, it totally moved way beyond what I thought it would. Oh, that's because they're like... No, wait, I don't know. Whatever, I'm thinking out loud.
It's all good.
Bad size. What is... I just saw it say bad size. What does that mean?
What the bat? Where'd you see that?
It was in the starting point.
Oh. Yeah, I noticed that too.
It was there for a second and then it went away. I even tried clipping it into the ground and it didn't say it. I don't know.
I've seen it a
what
few
triggered
times.
it.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well it's there now and it's also pointing. He said to make sure it was the x-axis, but I'm also noticing that there's a big blue arrow saying that this is where your character's going to point.
Yep.
To add, basics, player start, drag it in, and make sure it's pointing in the X direction. So now if I press play, our player starts right here, and they're going to have to navigate some obstacles until they get to the very end, and they win the game. So this is going to be the quickest and worst game made in history. So let's create our obstacle. And this obstacle is specifically going to be a blueprint.
I take it back. I think I have to make it longer. Now that I'm looking at his compared to mine, his is longer. Significantly.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay.
We're just gonna add some
press
shit in the
Control space,
level.
and let's create the blueprint under third person blueprints. Right click,
Okay.
and under create basic asset, select blueprint. And I want it to be an actor. So this
Okay.
Wait,
Content drawer. It's still under blueprints.
blueprint class.
It should already be open.
Basic. What?
Yeah. And then pick actor.
Actor. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I don't know what he wants us to name it.
this name is gonna be BP_obstacle.
BP_obstacle.
Oh, okay. So and he said it's an actor.
Yes.
Huh. All right. Well, there's my obstacle.
And you might be wondering, why do I use BP_? Well, BP stands for blueprint, and it's just naming convention. You could name this obstacle without the BP, but I like to include it. So that will have to go inside of our blueprint, and this is what a completely empty blueprint looks like. So let's actually add in a new component, which will be our obstacle. So come to add, and down to here, select cylinder. I want to decrease its width just a little bit, and also increase it a lot in the z-axis. So I'm going to move this up so that the bottom is touching the grid floor, and
how did
go back to the game map. Let's go.
Oh, it's up top. Okay. God. Okay, top left. Cube. What the? Are you? Cylinder. God damn it! Why wasn't that with the rest of the fucking primitives? All right, I found a cylinder. He wants it to be tall or something?
Yes. Slender and tall.
Slender and tall. Scale.
Oh, that's move. Right. Ooh, whoops. Oh, is it snapping? It might be snapping for you. I think it's snapping for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's snapping for me. I don't know about you. Just keep that in mind.
There was something. What the fuck? Okay, there was something weird. Okay, sure. I'm ready. I think.
I just realized. Okay.
Oh, he wanted it like crazy tall. Okay.
Yeah, crazy tall. Really thin. And then you wanted to move it up. Because there's like the grid or whatever for reference.
Yeah.
So make sure that it's above the like world grid thing.
World grid. Okay. Oh.
What are you doing? Oh, I picked the wrong thing. That was a skill issue.
Location. This looks like Y. Oh, hey. Cool. Forgot I could change the location. If you go on the right-hand side and you see where it says transform and it's red, green, and blue. Like.
Transform. I'm looking for... You said it was on the right, like under details?
Yeah, details on the right. Details.
Oh yeah, transform.
Yeah, if in
yeah.
those red, green, blue. So location, you can adjust those values. You can slide those values, and it'll slide the object in real time.
Okay. Yeah, and of course you could also just type in whatever. If you magically know what coordinates you want, you could just type them in.
Yep, there's that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Find where the obstacle is, and drag it into our world. Also, it's recommended that you do press compile, which will set all the changes we made in the blueprints, but all blueprints will automatically be compiled when we press play. So come back in the game map, press play, and here we have our first obstacle, and I want it where when.
Okay. Did he just drop it in somewhere?
Yeah, he just
must have.
dragged
Yeah.
it. It's got collision. Hello. Hello, giant white stripper pole.
Yep, there it is. Okay.
It's my camera, my developer camera, where the player left off, which is very disorienting.
The player touches it, he ragdolls, and we essentially die.
Oh,
So let's come
okay.
back into our obstacle,
obstacle.
and I need to add in a collision volume. So type in collision, and it's going to be a capsule collision. So select that right there.
Okay. I've heard of these.
Capsule collision, yep. Wait. Alright. Capsule collision. Yep. Ready?
Wait.
There.
Oh, I'm in
And
the wrong
I'm
view.
going to scale up this collision. So let's scale it up
Okay.
and make sure that the collision is larger than the cylinder. Because otherwise, if the collision is too small, for example, if it's smaller than the cylinder,
Just clip right into
then our
it.
character will collide with the cylinder first and never collide with the actual collision volume. So
Oh.
make sure that is a little bit larger than it is. And then in the details panel with collision selected, you want to select on component begin overlap. So this will be called whenever our collision
Okay. Not too many things at once. New C++ component. That's what he said, right?
I
I already
am
figured-
still
yeah.
adjusting.
comes into
That's
again.
okay.
The detail is a little, for example, larger. So right there, so type. So let's come back into our obstacle, and I need to add in a collision volume.
Oh yeah, he did
So
say
type
that.
in collision, and it's going to be a capsule collision. So select
No,
that
it
right
didn't.
there, and I'm going to scale up.
Okay. He just hovered over it, and I thought that. Never mind.
Okay.
Capsule collision. And then just kind of shape it around it.
Yeah. Whoa. You know what? This is good enough. Oh, come on. Oh, feather too. Okay. Yoink. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, I'm ready. I'm satisfied with this collision.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Now, you can also scale the collision. Or you probably already did that, didn't you?
I think I just had the same issue you had with the camera. I don't know where I am now. I mean, I know where I am. I'm looking at the thing, but
How do you
am I getting
reset?
closer? I'm gonna assume I'm getting closer if I just keep holding it. It's like, yeah, it's like, what the heck did I do to just have the camera just go flying off? 'Cause
It's
it
like
took- it
super
took like
sensitive.
it took like half a second to get where I got.
You know what? Save it, close it, open it again.
Yeah.
You could probably reset the camera.
Well, compile, save.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it did. Oh my god. No wonder I'm having issues. All the buttons are wrong. So I was like hitting numpad buttons, and I don't know if I screwed myself doing that.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh no, you know what?
Mm.
It's a complete skill issue.
Okay.
My fingers had moved over like one set of keys. I was hitting like ES, DF.
Oh yeah, that'll do it then.
I just gotta make this like a little skinnier. Oh no, that's move. That should be pretty good. Might make it a bit taller. Not that I don't think it matters. Not like the character didn't jump that high.
Yeah. I don't think you're Mario jumping to the top of the flagpole here.
Up this collision. So let's scale it up and make sure that the collision is larger than the cylinder. Because otherwise, if the collision is too small and never collide with the actual collision volume. So make sure that is a little bit larger than it is. And then in the details panel with collision selected, you want to select on component begin overlap. So this will be called whenever our collision comes into contact with an object. But right now, this event will be fired whenever it comes into contact with anything. So if it touches a plant, or maybe if we have birds in a game, it touches a bird, then this event will be fired, which is something that we don't want to happen. So we can get around that by dragging from overlap other actor and doing cast to BP underscore third person character and select that. So essentially what this casting is doing
Hold on.
What was
is
the
going to check
first
if
note?
the overlapped object is a third person character.
Okay.
And then if it is, let's print.
Just gotta do what I did.
Uh,
You drag out other actor for that, that node.
What's that red node?
The red node is on component begin overlap capsule. Oh, you had to do it from the right. Okay. When you were in the viewport and you had capsule selected, you had on the right for details, you had to go all the way down to the bottom to where it says events. And it says on component begin overlap, and you have to hit the plus button and it will add a node. And it'll change over to event graph and show you that it added a node.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's confusing. All right.
Yeah.
And then we drag something out from it?
Yep. Just from other actor. Hover over other actor, drag out a line, and then add this node cast to BP underscore third person character.
Third person character. Okay.
And then it looks like No, I don't know. Never mind. Ignore that.
Yeah, he's doing some other stuff now.
Yeah, now he's dragging this one out.
Print screen to double check that this is working.
Oh, just print string again to make sure it's working.
All right.
And for the string, say collided with character. So let's jump back into game map, press play. And now if I come up to it, we see top left hand corner right here that we are colliding with the character, which is something we want. Now I want it where when we do collide, our player ragdolls and dies. So jump back into BP underscore obstacle. Let's delete that. And casting also has the benefit that we get access to a lot of the properties that are within BP underscore third person character. So if we jump back into our character, I want to create a custom event right here. So this custom event will allow us to call all the nodes that we've already set up. So right click, type in custom event.
I figured it was going to be something like that.
This is like calling a
call this
method.
Yeah.
one death. Just like that. And drag it into the start. So make sure you compile, because otherwise you will not see it.
Okay. And drag into the start.
Set collision enable present. Okay.
All right. And compile.
Oh, it's just a custom event, and then we're calling it death. I was like, why are we like making up a thing if it's not just called death? Okay.
Also, why isn't there already a death in?
Yeah, you would think that would.
No.
Well, I guess to be fair, everybody's gonna want to make the death happen their own particular way. Not everyone's gonna want it to just ragdoll. A lot of games
Okay.
have death
Oh.
animations and, you know, unique sound effect. Yeah, this makes sense.
Okay. I'm eating cranberries.
Oh, okay.
But if we jump into BP_obstacle and drag from our third-person character, we now get access to the death event. So select it. We can now control when our player dies from another blueprint, which isn't our third-person character. F was just being used as a debug event, and we'll delete it.
Yeah, I figured. I was thinking I should just do that. Delete that.
F delete. Okay. Press F to delete.
Because all we need is the death function. So if I press play now, if the player now collides with the dies from another blueprint, which isn't selected, we can now control when our player dies from another blueprint.
Oh, okay.
Obstacle. As BP third person character. Call death. Call function death. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
target. Okay. Okay, yeah, it should be working now.
Map and
And he died. Okay, cool. It worked.
wee bong. I jump into it. Sweet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like watching a toddler run into it.
Blueprint, which isn't our third person character. F was just being used as a debug event, and we'll delete it because
yeah.
player now
Yeah.
collides with the obstacle. We see that as soon as I touch it, our player dies. So let's go do that again. Come to the obstacle, touch it, and he dies. So what's happening right now is that in BP_obstacle, as soon as the object touches the capsule collision, it's going to check if that object is a third-person character. If it is a third-person character, then we're going to call the custom event called death, double-click on the event to jump to where it's being created, which is in our third-person character, and all these nodes ragdoll our character. But right now, our obstacle isn't much of an obstacle. If I press play, it's very easy to avoid this pillar, since this pillar isn't moving. Now we can make this a little bit harder by adding rotation to the pillar. So let's jump back into BP_obstacle, and I'm going to specifically use the event tick. Now by default, every new blueprint does include an event tick right here, but in case you deleted the default events, you can always get back the event tick by
I thought about it.
right-clicking
Good thing I didn't.
and typing in event tick and selecting it. So the event tick is pretty unique compared to other events in that it runs every single frame. So we can see this running in action by adding in a print screen, and for the screen, call this one activated. So now, if I press play, we can see that every single frame activated is being called. So let's go delete that. And I want to use the node called add actor local rotation and select it right there. So plug it up like this, and we're not going to notice anything happening since we need to add a new local rotation. And I specifically want to increase, let's go the x-axis 5 degrees. So now if I press play, we see that every single frame, my obstacle is rotating 5 degrees. And while this is great, there's one issue, and that is it's frame dependent. So right now we're running at probably a smooth 120 frames per second. But what if this game...
Oh, I didn't compile it. Wait, no. I started it, so yeah, that should have compiled it. Why is mine not rotating? Did I do it wrong? Here, let me go
was
back.
running while every single... Let's go the x-axis 5 degrees. So now...
Oh, I didn't change any
Ah.
settings. And there it goes. And boop. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm too good. I'm too good at the game. I can't lose.
The game that you're making.
Now if I press play, we see that every single frame, my obstacle is rotating 5 degrees. And while this is great, there's one issue, and that is it's frame dependent. So right now we're running at probably a smooth 120 frames per second. But what if this game was running on a computer that's not as powerful, and it's running every 30 frames per second? Well, we can see what it's like to simulate that by pressing the backtick key to bring up the command line and type in t.max FPS and type in 30 to lock it to 30 frames per second. It's still rotating 5 degrees every frame, but we have less frames, so it's going to be rotating slower. So we need to make this frame independent. I can bring back my original frame rate by clicking on the backtick key again, typing in t.max FPS, and put in 0 to uncap the frame rate. And to do so, we need to use the delta seconds. So I'm going to drag from delta rotation and type in make rotator down here. So select that, and essentially the make rotator will break our rotation, so we get access to X, Y, and Z independently as inputs. So I'm going to drag from delta seconds and type in multiply like that and select it. So now the output will go into the X, and for rotation we're going to set it back to 5. So if I press play again, and now we're going pretty slow, so I'm going to increase this from 5 to 100. Press play again, and our obstacle is rotating. I can lock this frame rate by clicking on the backtick key and type in t.max FPS. Let's lock it to 30, and notice that despite it being 30 seconds, dot is rotated.
I gotta check one.
Press play again.
Oh, 100. Because I picked 5, and I'm like, this is a snail's pace. I clearly did something wrong.
Wait, did he connect?
Oh my god,
value
again. Stupid Visual Studio.
He connected something. I missed it.
Hold on. What are you doing now? No entries match the search text. What are you talking about? Just let me change the setting. Do I have to...
Try getting out of your game first.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's literally the problem. And it's still loading Visual Studio again.
From that to that. Next to delta rotation. Okay. Compile. Save.
100 is still kind of slow compared to... Wait, how...
And our obstacle is
Never
rotating.
mind, I guess
I
it's
can
not.
lock this frame rate by clicking on the backtick key and type in t.max FPS. Let's lock it to 30. And notice that despite it being 30 seconds, we're still rotating at the same exact speed as beforehand. I can even try t.max FPS, 120 frames per second, and we have the same speed. So our gameplay is no longer tied to our frame rate, which is exactly what we want.
How is he typing?
Right now, all we have is one obstacle blueprint in our world. If I want multiple
the tilde
of them,
key, he's
I
just
can
calling
select
it
this blueprint
something else.
and hold down Alt to duplicate it.
He means the tilde key.
Max FPS. T.max FPS. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. All right. Guess I'm ready.
Oh, now he's putting like 3 of them in there.
Or I can drag it out from our content drawer. Now, if I press play, we do have the issue, and that is they're rotating in the exact same direction. I can rotate each of these blueprints in a random direction on the Z-axis to give our rotations a little bit of variety. Now, if I press play, we're rotating in different directions, but it's pretty hard to tell exactly what direction it's going to be rotating on when editing our game in Viewport. To help us know the direction that we're rotating, jump back into BP_obstacle. Let's go to Viewport and click on Add, and we're going to add in an arrow component. So this arrow component, and I can zoom in to see exactly what it is, it will not be visible when we're playing our game, which is exactly what we want. So for arrow color, I'm going to set this to blue and also rotate this, let's go 90 degrees in the Z-axis and lift this up. So now if I compile, jump back into game map, we can see that I have a blue arrow that's pointing in the direction that my obstacle will rotate. So pressing play, I'm able to tell exactly where this object will rotate to. Now that I do have some obstacles, there's just one issue, and that is they're all going the same exact speed. I want some obstacles to be slower than others. So I want to be able to edit that property in the details panel of the blueprint. So to do so, I need to make a variable. And variables are pretty similar to a materials parameters. So let's jump back into event graph.
Hold on, I'm falling behind because I need to move the arrow up.
Move the arrow up. Okay.
That arrow he was talking about. Also have it stick out.
Yeah.
And I guess change blue probably just so that I know how to change it to blue. I don't know how did you change it to blue? Oh, well, never mind. There it is. Arrow color.
And blue slower than others. So while going, now that I'm able to point it in tile, jump back into game map, we can see that I have a blue arrow that's pointing in the direction that my obstacle will rotate. So pressing play, I'm able to tell exactly where this object will rotate to. Now that I do have some obstacles, there's just one issue, and that is they're all going the same exact speed. I want some obstacles to be slower than others. So I want to be able to edit that property in the details panel of the blueprint. So to do so, I need to make a variable. And variables are pretty similar to a materials parameters. So let's jump back into event graph.
Oh, fuck.
And
Hold on. Pause
Yeah.
a second.
No, it's okay.
I got the rotation of this stupid thing. Is it? Are you cooperating there? Okay. Are you pointing in the right direction? I don't fucking know. Yes. I think I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Sweet.
did. Okay.
Okay.
What's next?
variables, I can create a new one.
We're making a variable in the blueprint so that they'll all rotate different speeds.
By clicking on the plus icon.
So go back into the obstacle.
Mhm.
And
variables.
Yeah,
Okay.
variables.
Okay, plus icon. I see it. Okay, cool.
Oh, I guess he hasn't said it yet.
So call this one rotation speed. And instead of Boolean, I can change it up here to a float. So a float is a
Okay.
number with decimal points. Now I can hold down the left mouse button and drag out rotation speed, let go inside of my event graph, and it's going to ask me whether I want to get it or set it. I want to get the rotation speed and
Okay.
plug it up right there. So instead of 100, we're going to be using whatever value is stored within the rotation speed. So you can essentially think of variables as containers of data.
Yeah.
Now, when we do have rotation speed selected, we're unable to change that value because our blueprint needs to be compiled. So as soon as I press compile,
okay.
I now get access to that value. It's set at
Value.
0, so if I do play my game,
Nothing
we aren't
moves.
rotating.
Yep.
Now I can bring
Moves,
this
yep.
back to 100. And if I play my game, we have the same exact speed. But that's not the point of variables. Variables are great because they allow us to change the default value. So I want to expose this variable. That's how I'm able to edit it within the details panel of my object. Make sure that you have rotation selected, and in the details panel, check instance editable and expose on spawn. Now if I press compile, jump back into game map, we can see that when I do have an obstacle blueprint selected, rotation speed is made available. So I can make this obstacle right here have a speed of 50, this one a speed of 200, and right there, let's go 300. Now if I press play, they all have different speeds.
I don't know why, but I thought he was going to make it random. But I guess it makes sense that you might want to be able to control each one independently. Yeah, that makes way more sense actually than just having it go random. I'm actually literally asking asking myself why I thought one would even want that for a game. Like, it could just totally make the thing impossible. Just because you were like, oh, I'm just too lazy to do it myself.
Add in a little controlled chaos, maybe.
Yeah. I must have not raised it high enough, because it keeps putting it below the ground, which I guess, whatever. I guess in this instance, in the scenario, who cares?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, and then you just rotate them as you wish. I suppose you'd want them all to just kind of be pointing towards just the middle. Yeah, it makes way more sense to just have them. It's like, I've played games with obstacles before. I know how this should work. Guess I should test it. Oh, of course, they're not working. Oh, that's because I didn't change the... Right. I didn't actually set their rotations.
Oh.
Okay, where is that now? Oh, where is that again?
On the in the
Under
game map.
after? No.
Wait.
You click on you click on a pole.
You click on a pole directly underneath the transform drop down. There's default with rotation speed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I wonder if we can rename that.
I mean, that's... Oh, well, that's what we... That's a good question. I mean, I think we technically named it when we set it up. And I guess it just knew it should space it out. Yeah, no, I know you mean the drop down.
Oh.
I'm just saying, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it decided to do that. Like, it's like it took the name we used, but then it added a space because we used camel caps.
Space? What? No. I'm talking about like instead of it saying being a default section. You know, it's underneath the transform.
You meant that. I was thinking the wrong thing. Okay.
That's all good.
And then this is the part where you would play test to see, be like, okay, this is too hard. Okay, this way is too easy. This way is...
Oh, no, that's way later.
Oh, is it?
You want to just get your functionality in now, and then you want to tune it later. Like, he's showing us tuning right now. You kind of, like, you dial it in a little bit to, like, get, like, a basic idea of what you want. Just make sure all of your functionality is done and working properly first, and then you do your quality testing.
Well, okay. It's definitely not doing what I thought it would. I must have put the arrow in the wrong direction.
Oh, that's what I...
That's probably on me. Yeah, I probably just put it in the wrong direction.
Save. Right, save. Why are you not saving?
Yeah, I did just arbitrarily move it. I didn't even think about it. Alright. We have it moving in the x-axis, right? So it should...
let's
Rotate.
see.
Oh, I don't know.
I had to rotate the arrow. What axis is this? It's blue. The Z-axis? That can't be. It's the blue axis in the transform.
Yeah. The question is now, how do I line it up? How do I find... Now I have to find the actual front of it. Oh, maybe if I...
I just rotated it 90 degrees.
I totally...
Oh, it is rotating along the Z-axis, isn't it? Around the Z-axis. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I think I screwed it up because I just unsnapped, was rotating it.
Oh, okay. So in the transform window, top right,
Oh yeah, right.
just
Let's type
change
in-
it to 90. Yeah.
Um, oh, that's not it. I'm in move, not rotate.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. What? Wait. What the heck? Oh, I was doing the location. All right. Third time's a charm.
there you go. If you make the same mistake 3 times in a row, I'm gonna laugh at you.
Oh my god. Well, no, I made a different mistake, I guess, because
No. Okay. Back to what I said. Rotate on blue.
oh,
Yep, 90 degrees on blue.
okay. Well, I guess try it now.
Yeah, might as
well,
well.
now I have to rotate them again.
Save. Yeah, save, compile, and then
Yeah, you're right.
play the game. See if it's pointing in the right direction.
Okay, now they're doing what I wanted.
Good.
We still have to change the fact that the camera moves when the camera's still moving around when the character dies.
That's because the character isn't dead. We've decoupled it from our control and we threw it in a ragdoll.
Yeah. Which you're right. Yeah, that's not actually death.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot harder to try and navigate this obstacle course. We are right now missing a very crucial element to our game, and that is an end goal. So the goal that I want the player to try to reach is specifically under starter content, props, SM_statue. So
Starter content. Props. The weird squiggly statue thing. Oh. Maybe not right in the middle. That's basically the beginning, actually.
I adjusted my obstacles a little bit. What are we getting?
The statue.
Statue.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Under content drawer. Starter content, which is right under my stuff.
Starter content.
It's a
Okay.
yeah. And then props.
Okay. And
And
SM
then-
stat.
Yes, that one.
Oh, I don't need to double click into it. He wants us to throw it in the game world, right?
Yeah, just put it in there for now. I'm sure we'll. Why is mine like see-through?
It's glass.
Oh, it is glass. Okay.
Yeah.
The player is trying to make it to the statue.
Oh, his is
And
glass
I'm
too.
going to
Yeah.
change the material from glass to gold.
Oh, you can
Oh,
do that. You can
So
do
starter
that.
content, materials, and drag metal gold.
Okay.
Starter content?
Yep.
Yeah. Materials.
Do it. Come on. What the heck?
M metal gold. You are gold.
I just did the base. Okay, so you can do the base or the statue itself. That's a good thing to know. Why are you not... Wait, what do you...
Yeah. What did I just do? Undo cut. Yeah. Oh. Actually, can I cut and then just paste
Onto the glass starter content, materials, and drag metal gold.
I don't know why it's not working for me. I don't know if it's just being finicky or what.
What's going on?
I'm trying to drag the material onto the statue and it's not working. I can only put it on the base.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
That's weird.
It's literally just drag and drop.
Yeah.
Just drag and drop.
Say, I don't know, maybe say.
Yeah, maybe. When in doubt, right? Wait, am I running the game again? No, I'm not. I'm not running the game. Yeah, just save it. Wish there was a restart. At least it only takes me like 60 seconds tops to get it up again.
That's good, yeah. That should do. Okay, I have a statue.
Hold up.
Actually, what happened?
Actually, let's look at the undo history. There's no undo history. Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't like actually technically doing it, but like not working right. Because I actually thought I saw it move. Oh, I thought I saw things change, like it technically was applying it, but it was still like not working right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not working for me. I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. So, did it work for you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Are you in selection mode?
Yes.
Try rotating around a different angle?
Yeah, I tried that too. I mean, obviously, there's more than just two angles, but I meant, like, I don't see why this wouldn't work. You know what else I could do?
It doesn't seem to be selecting it. Deselect the statue. And then try dragging it on?
Oh. No. Alright, well, there's another way to do this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I realized it when I looked at the details of the object. Oh, where'd it go?
Oh.
Down here, materials.
Yeah, materials. You're right. That's so weird.
I mean, yeah, it's still weird, and I don't know why it's being stupid, but... but I can just do it this way. Same solution.
Good thinking.
Onto the
Yeah.
glass like that. Now, when the player, and I'm aware that you can just walk around the obstacle course, I want to add in the feature where when the player is by the statue, we get a windscreen telling us that we did beat the game. To begin, let's add in a trigger volume, which will trigger whenever the player is near the statue. So to do so, come up to add, and under volumes, select the trigger volume. So I'm going to drag it out and place it so that it's around the statue. We want to program it where whenever the player collides with this trigger volume, then a windscreen
Trigger volume.
Trigger volume. Okay.
Trigger volume. And just move it over it.
Yeah.
will pop up. We're going to program this logic through
I'm gonna make it. I have to make either the statue bigger or this thing smaller. One or the other. I don't really care which. There we go. It's fine with me. Maybe move it over a bit. No, what's the point? No more obstacles there. Well, no, we'll do that because maybe I'll put more obstacles in. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my trigger volume.
the level blueprints. So every level in Unreal Engine has its very own blueprint, where we're able to script logic that is very specific to the level. So to open up your level blueprint, come up to the blueprint icon right here, select that, and then select Open Level Blueprint. Now this is the event graph that is specific for Game Map. We can even see that the name of this blueprint is...
It's right next to the box with the plus sign.
List of world blueprints available to the user for editing. Okay, and then what? Open level blueprint. That's what it was. Okay, cool.
Yep.
is Game Map, which is different from BP_obstacle or our third-person character, since it's not an individual object, instead it's the level as a whole. Now, I'm going to delete our default custom events, and I want to make sure that in my level editor, I have the trigger volume selected. So with it selected, I'm able to get a bunch of different properties and events that are related to the trigger volume. For example, if I right-click, we can see that add event for trigger volume 3, and under collision, we get the event that I want, which is add on actor begin overlap. If you do not see any of these options, then you want to make sure that you do have your trigger volume selected in the map. So right click, add event for trigger volume collisions, and add on actor begin overlap, which is essentially a very similar event to our on component begin overlap. So we want to do the exact same thing we did right here, and that is make sure that we are overlapping with the third person character. So drag from other actor and cast to third person character and select it right there. Now I want to make sure that this event is working by dragging from this node and printing string. So the sentence that I want to come up is "You won the game!" ! So ideally, pressing play, I'm going to walk around my obstacle course. We will fix that in a bit. And as soon as I come into contact with the trigger volume, we see in the top left hand corner, we get the string "You won the game!" Now let's create a windscreen. So to create a user interface, let's press Ctrl and space. And I'm going to create it under third person blueprints. Right click, under user interface, select widget. So user interfaces in Unreal are called widgets. And I'm going to select user widget under common. Now it's going to
Wait,
ask me to
Yeah.
God damn it. It's going
No,
too
it's okay.
fucking fast.
Hold on. Just content drawer.
Content drawer.
Just let me look here. I think it's under third person. The third person folder. So that's under starter content.
Okay. Third person. Okay. Yeah.
Blueprints.
Blueprints.
We're gonna add a new thing in here. Blueprint.
Okay. New blueprint class. All
Or
right.
wait. No, sorry. User interface.
User interface.
It's like next second to most bottom.
There you
thing.
are. Okay.
Widget blueprint.
Widget blueprint.
And then he's gonna go into all
to
that.
name this widget, and I'm going to select user widget
Oh,
under
user
comment.
widget. Okay.
Now it's going to ask me to name this widget. I'm going to call this one win screen widget, and then double click to go inside of it. So this will be very brief. It's not a proper introduction to the widget editor, since all I want is a little bit of text that will come up once we do beat the game. So to begin, in the palette, I'm going to type in canvas and drag in canvas into my graph. Let go. The green outline is essentially our window. Now I'm going to type in text and drag in text into my graph. So I want to center my text. That's how it's in the middle of my screen. And then in the details panel, let's go change the text to "You won the game!" exclamation point. Also under appearance, click on the font drop down
Oh, well, I gotta slow
and
down.
increase.
I was doing things as he was doing them, but then I was like, well, you won the game. I gotta figure that out. Might as well just resize this. Oh, that didn't actually resize it. Oh,
No, it didn't.
oh, okay. On the right, it's everything's on the right. So I
okay.
could change text block to "You won the game."
Yeah. Appearance.
Compile. There we go. Okay, now it's different.
How do
And
we
you
change?
can even change the color and the opacity and the font.
Where do you change the text size?
That's a good question.
Why is his? So
It's
big?
under font, actually.
Oh, under. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Gotcha.
like
You
like
won
Microsoft
game.
Word.
Sweet. Can you move? There we go. Okay. You won the game.
Woo.
And then I think I'm ready to continue.
I wonder what else he's gonna have us do.
The size. So the text is very noticeable. I'm actually going to decrease it just a little bit more.
Eh.
And I want to move this flower icon into the middle of the screen. That's how my text is anchored. So my text will always be in the middle of the screen, no matter the size of my window. So press compile and let's save everything. Now jump back into game map and I'm going to delete this print screen since now we have a proper windscreen. Drag from here and create a widget. Of course, the widget we're going to create is the one that we just made, so windscreen widget. And drag from here, then add to viewport. Since by default it will be hidden, we need to show it. So now, if I play my game,
Shoot.
door is the one that we just and create a widget.
Oh, create widget.
Of course, the widget we're going to create is the one that we just made, so windscreen widget. And drag from here, then add to viewport.
Windscreen widget. Oh wait.
And you can type in there too.
Oh, under class.
Yep, under class.
And then you drag that out.
Since by default
Oh, yeah. Add to viewport.
Add to viewport. Add to viewport. Okay.
And then I guess connect return value and target.
Yeah,
it will
that
be
I
hidden.
dragged
We
it
need to
out.
show it. So now, if I play my game, go around my obstacle course, and I collide with the collision of my statue, we see that I just won the game.
Oh, sweet.
And congratulations, you just made your first video game in Unreal Engine 5.
Hell yeah, we did.
While it's not the best, hopefully you did learn the very basics to programming using blueprints. Real quickly, let's fix the game so our
I
player
did.
can't run
I
around
won
the
and
obstacle
lost at the
course.
same time.
So press Shift 2
And I'm a
to
ghost.
go back into landscape editing mode, select flatten, and flatten it out so the player only has one direction or one way to go to get to the statue. And
That's
also select all the obstacles.
Sculpt that.
Sculpt.
Oh, flatten. Except flatten, not actually sculpt.
Let's see. Brush size.
Gotta really get it close. There we go.
What was the trick? Well, I'll look it up later.
I'm adding more. Oh, whoops. Switch over back to selection. That one's gonna be 200. That one's gonna be a pain in the butt.
It is very strange painting with the landscape tool. Oh,
Oh yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it is.
It's also a really strange kind of.
Oh my god. Okay, try it again.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta adjust my character's starting point because they're almost off the edge now. Now that I cut off a bunch of...
Oh. Sure, this looks good.
There we go. Except to move back just a bit.
And start. Okay, I can. Oh, yeah, look at this. There's no way I'm getting out of this level. Okay.
Did you
Let
make
me
it too
just
hard?
bypass all my obstacles. There, I won.
Yeah, you're right. I still could just... Well, and then, I don't know. It's still a challenge, but I think I could still shave off just a little bit on the left. Yeah, there we go. Let's see a walk around that now. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a game. It's got a win condition and a lose condition. Oh, I suppose he's going to have us make an interface for when you lose, too.
Oh, that makes sense.
Probably. Well, even if he doesn't, I mean, you might as well.
Hold down Alt,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna rotate them around
Oh my god, he doubled them.
and move them like this.
He duplicated them
There
all.
are multiple objects the player has to dodge. And I'm gonna delete one of the obstacles in the
I was
middle
gonna say,
to make
that's
our
too
game
many.
a little bit easier. And move the player start. Since if I press play, I just get dropped from the play space.
Yeah,
Move the
he
player
did the
start
exact
so it's
same issue I
resting on
almost
top
had.
of the landscape. Press play. And now the goal is to try to make
Oh, man.
it past all the obstacles and
I at least
not
was
get
being
hit.
structured like your average
And at the very
video
end,
game.
we see you won the game when I get to the statue. Now at this point, we have all the knowledge needed to create this beautiful castle environment you see right here.
We do?
In this last chapter, I
Oh,
will
wow.
walk through the entire process. We will start off by
Oh,
sculpting
jeez.
and painting the landscape.
Yeah, this is okay. That was that
Oh,
that
so
whole
separate.
thing. This is a new thing.
Oh, okay. So this is like the basic one. That's the
Yeah,
next.
that was just teaching you how to create something with win and lose conditions.
I'm not gonna lie, the castle does look really cool.
Yeah, it does. Oh, hopefully. Well, yeah. Hopefully, we still have access to the access to the assets.
Oh yeah.
I think as of right now, I think Quixel Bridge is still there. It's just they're gonna take it out. Here, let me check here. Because I just had to update Quixel Bridge 2. So, yeah, I don't know why there was an update for it if they're getting rid of it. Let's see what happens. A new
Maybe
a new home for Megascans. Megascans are moving to Fab. Yeah, okay. That's what this whole thing's about. Launches in October. It's October, so you will still be able to access metahumans and previously acquired assets through Bridge, but Fab will be the only place to find a download.
All right. What is Fab? Is it replacing Quixel Bridge?
It's replacing Bridge.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, let's see what. Oh, I'm just kind of curious.
He may
It's
have.
coming in October.
If he's got a tutorial, he may have like an asset package that we could download for next time.
Yeah, you're right. Let's play just a little bit more.
Okay.
Because I was also thinking, like, yeah, like, because it's a couple of hours.
Oh,
And
Whole. Yeah, okay.
because this is starting a whole other thing, and, like,
That is. Oh shit. Okay. I thought he was previewing. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this next time.
yeah, I agree. Let's just check and see, yeah, like you said, if he has a...
Then we will move on to creating the
An asset
castle
pack.
using modular assets. Finally,
Oh,
we'll
look at
paint
that.
trees and foliage, and at the end, add a third-person character to our world so the player
Yeah.
can walk around our finished environment. While you can follow this tutorial exactly, I highly encourage you to experiment and create your own unique
Yeah, that
environment.
actually sounds more fun
Use
than
this
just
video
doing
as a
exactly what he
reference
says.
and veer
Yeah,
off the
I
path
agree.
to make this world your own. Since after all, you are not creating my environment, you're creating your own one. But before we can do that, a quick word from our sponsor. Just
Oh, okay.
kidding, we don't have a sponsor, but if you do want to support
I was
the
so ready
channel,
to skip
then
too.
you can check out the Unreal Masterclass. The Masterclass is an expanding collection of exclusive tutorials and lessons for Unreal Engine 5. In it, we take an even deeper dive into Unreal, going over animation, architectural visualization, advanced blueprints,
How much?
how to create a game completely from scratch, and much more. Another way to support this channel is by subscribing and sharing this video, because I have a lot more free tutorials and assets planned for the future.
I'm curious what... I'm sure there's a link to that. Oh my... Yeah, this is 2 years old already. The Unreal Masterclass. $100 off sale. Oh, that's not a good sign. I'm not really surprised. I've noticed a lot of like YouTubers who like make these like huge classes that like get you from like completely A to B in like any kind of like thing you want to do. They are expensive, which I don't judge. Get your bag. I mean, you have a skill. You're teaching a skill. I mean, compare it to like if you went to a university, you know, and took an entire what are you paying for like each of your classes at college right now? You know, like
I think my Elgato crapped out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's capturing a screen I haven't been on in a while.
Oh, well, I guess good time to crap out since we're like pretty much wrapping up anyway.
Yeah, let me
I'm just gonna keep moving a bit forward and see what he
So
says
with all that
about.
being said, let's
Okay.
create our castle. Okay, before we get started, of course we need to create a brand new project, since I want to show the process completely from scratch, which means we start off with a new project. So double click to open up Unreal Engine, and in the project browser,
Is his
let's
screen
select
really just
games,
pitch black? He's got to be like
and
hiding
for
it
a
or something.
template, I'm going to select third person. So third person will have a bunch of assets already loaded up in our project. The reason why is because I want to use the mannequin right here.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
We could play, we move around, pretty simple.
Yeah, I've touched this
Now
before,
I
I think.
instead and create a brand new folder. Call this folder landscape hue.
Bro,
and
I
a
just want to
correct
see
name
where you
of
get the
event.
assets.
Line and that we got and
Is it in his comment
so
section?
double clicks.
Oh, good
So I'm gonna
point.
drag it.
Because I guess that answers the actual question you want to.
Ah, darn.
Downloadable assets to follow the tutorial.
Hey, there you go.
Oh wait, we probably already did this, didn't we? I think we did do this.
Did we?
Or am I thinking of the
I know we
the donut?
downloaded.
I might be thinking of the donut.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well,
Annihilate.
either way, it is right here. So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't
So-
think we have to worry about bridge.
No, I don't think so either.
All right. Well, then yeah, we can just do that on our own time. For next
Sweet.
time. All right.
Save everything. Everything's saved. Cool. All right. Well,
All right.
thanks for going through this with me. Thanks for the light stream. I'm starting to get
Yeah.
tired.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So yeah, we'll pick this up next week and make ourselves a castle.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we will. Among other things, and yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well then, thank you everyone for joining. Thanks, Josh Woods. Thanks, possibly Kelsey. Yeah, showing
Yeah,
up and saying hi.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining us. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Yep. Thank you, lovelies, for joining me today. And I've got a lot of big plans for the channel because I'm also just kind of doing stuff on my own too. Going to be more active.